favorite bedtime stories to read my boys is from the book series titled Tales of the Kingdom. Each chapter draws on a different attribute of God and how he sees us. One of my favorite chapters is The Apprentice Juggler. In the story, there's an apprentice juggler who desperately longs to please the king at the great celebration. But no matter how hard he tries or how much he practices, he's not able to match the rhythm of the other jugglers. He works twice as hard as any other juggler, and he still throws and catches to his own awkward rhythm. The night of the great celebration comes, and he is afraid that he will let the other jugglers down, but he's terrified that he will displease the king. As the jugglers begin their act, the apprentice juggler is able to match the rehearsed rhythm. Throw, throw, catch, catch. He focuses hard and fights against the rhythm growing louder in his heart and in his head. Soon the beat is too strong to drown out, and the apprentice juggler instinctively reacts to his own inward rhythm. Throw, throw, catch, throw, throw, catch. The other jugglers stop their act, and soon the whole audience is staring at the apprentice juggler. People begin to laugh as he throws and catches the balls in awkward fashion. He pretends to trip and fall, and at the last second catches the ball in his hand. Throw, throw, catch. The rhythm quiets, and the apprentice juggler loses his place, and the apprentice juggler catches the final ball. The great celebration grows silent as the king stands from his seat and walks toward the apprentice juggler. He knows he has displeased the king, and he stares at his feet, just waiting for public humiliation and consequence. The king gently touches the apprentice juggler's chin and raises his face until their eyes meet. The king says, "You are a clown, and that is the most rare of all jugglers. Your gift is meant to be shared." I wonder if you can relate to this apprentice juggler. I know I can. I feel like a square peg in a round hole, and that's my specialty. I have felt this way as far back as I can remember. But here's the rub. If we believe that God is the creator, and we believe that he designs all things with forethought, intentionality, and purpose, then isn't it reasonable to conclude that this is exactly how he created each one of us? What about my weaknesses, you may ask? I cannot see. Is it possible that they are only weaknesses within the wrong setting? Is it possible that your struggles and mine could be considered strengths against another backdrop? Is it possible that we are only bad jugglers when we try to throw and catch to another person's rhythm? When my oldest son was about 2 years old, I was asked to coordinate a Mothers of Preschoolers group, a MOPS group. It was a place where moms of preschool-aged children got together once a month to make a craft, hear a speaker, and build friendships. We had over 100 women attend every single month, and almost every mom I met was into making scrapbooks for their children. These scraps were amazing. And the women all talked about using acid-free, blah, 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 so that it would survive the generations and maybe some Holocaust, I don't know. I was convinced that in order to be a good mom, which I wanted to be, that I too would start scrapbooking. So I started going with them to evening scrapbook parties where I bought overpriced tools, sorry honey. I would scour the Sunday ads for coupons to Joanne Fabrics so that I could purchase matching papers and stickers and pens. It was ridiculous. I became obsessed because I wanted to be a good mom. As I got deeper and deeper into the scrapbook cult, it became increasingly more difficult for me to drag myself away from home and attend these evening parties with the girls. It took me a really long time to figure out that I was trying to juggle to another mom's rhythm. It took me even longer to be okay with my own awkward rhythm, which, by the way, does not include scrapbooking. Some lucky people sitting here have already found your syncopated rhythm. Well done. Keep juggling for all to see. Encourage those of us who have not yet found our rhythm. Spur us on with your story of how much freedom you have when you throw and catch to the rhythm that is yours alone. But if you, like the apprentice juggler, are hesitant to move to your own offbeat rhythm, take courage, move with confidence. Find liberty with each new throw and catch you make. God is never more pleased than when we live out who He designed us to be. During the past 2 years, God has certainly been transforming these apprentice jugglers. As a group, our cohort has felt the sorrow of infertility and experienced the over-the-moon joy of new babies. We've walked through the loneliness of spouses separating and have celebrated during their reconciliation. We've grieved the loss of family members who've died and have applauded as our classmates have courageously acclimated to the new normal without their loved ones. Each of these tragedies and triumphs have been in addition to graduate level work, internship responsibilities, and the stressors of regular life. But transformation always has a purpose, and there lies our hope. Our growing pains have finally tuned our ear so that we can better hear our own juggling rhythms. Our struggles have produced empathy for other jugglers who are trying to find the rhythm with just theirs alone. Our journey has provided overwhelming evidence that there is both liberty and joy when you throw and catch to the rhythm that God has purposefully installed in your heart. And isn't it just like God not to waste one single moment? I'll leave you with these final thoughts. Know without doubt that God created you perfect, and He knows what He's doing. Both your strengths and struggles are part of His plan. And by the way, His plan for you is for your good, and it's for His glory. You are the most rare of all jugglers. Your gift is meant to be shared by all.